Hello. Today we're going to take a look at 1661 East Tremaine Avenue, and we're going to focus on the lifestyles because this real estate photography was just looking really, really nice. Real on point here. So we'll quickly go through these. Just well balanced and spaced. Every photo of this is lovely. And these backyard shots, you always do these really well. Like you've got the backyard shots really well. The front yard's okay. I wish the house was a little more centered in the frame. I just always mean like the frame is here, so we just want the house to be centered, so it look more like this. And it might you might be struggling with your lens because I know you've just got the 60 mil as far as you can zoom in. So maybe I think that's what you're dealing with. So these weren't bad at all, not bad photos, but if we could center that, that'd be a little better. So overall, great shoot here. These look great. I wanted to talk about the lifestyle photos and how we can improve them. I see you've got the basic concept down. We've got a foreground that's blurry, and we've got like a background that's sharp, and we've got a good little corner slice of life here. So this is a good lifestyle photo. And again, I think we're kind of struggling because of you're working with the 60 millimeter is the biggest zoom. What's going on with these is it's like the bokeh isn't strong enough. Like we're not getting enough of a blur on the foreground. And so it's kind of just like a mid-range, and we're not getting like that really rich detail. Like this one too, it's just not enough of a bokeh right here with this guy. And so it's kind of almost just like a space shot. And then same here. I see you're working it. You've got the foreground here. It's just not prominent enough. And so I kind of just wanted to look through your photos and try and help find some better lifestyle photos that we could do and maybe how to improve these. I do see that you're mostly doing like permanent features, and that's what we're looking for. Even this, it's like a furniture, but you still kind of see the patio, and there's like still like a permanent feature. So we're working that well. If we kind of do a comparison and like look at two examples. So on this one, the foreground here is kind of just like getting lost, and it's kind of blending in with this wall here. So it kind of just disappears. And then it's kind of just like a flat shot. If I pull up another example of something similar, this would be kind of like a similar shot, but with a little more prominent of a bokeh. So this thing's just taking up more of a frame. This is over a 60 millimeter though. This is more like 100 or 200 millimeter would be my guess. So like, I wonder if we're struggling to get this quality on like a 60 millimeter lens. Same with this. It's kind of just not close enough. It's not like giving us like a highly dynamic image. Whereas this one has like a really prominent bokeh here and like a better luxurious feel. And then here would be another good example of like a really luxurious bokeh, nice area. And so these images feel just kind of a little flat because there's like no prominent bokeh thing. Whereas this one has that luxurious feel because it's like prominent bokeh. It's like taking up a huge portion of this image. So I kind of think we need to bring these elements a little closer in. Let's take a look at your real estate photography, and I'm going to help try to find some lifestyle photos within this. So in here, I found like a nice area. I know that there's going to be a wall, and there's also going to be like a doorway here. And so you can kind of just want to find your angle where you get this wall, get like a nice bokeh from the wall right here, and just pull that in, and you can kind of get like a little good slice of life in one of these areas. Also, shooting into mirrors is a great way to do this. You can get like a nice little photo slice right here and get a bokeh on this guy. So this would be a good location. And then you can find some nice shape photography right here. So mirrors are an excellent way to find some really beautiful angles and some corners here. And so the mirror would be a good work. Let me show you an example of that real quick. I have one. Here's a cool mirror shot. It's kind of hard to tell because of the angle, but we're shooting into a mirror here. Here's like the frame, and it's just like kind of a cool slice of life with like a nice blur bokeh, and it just feels luxurious and kind of artistic. So this is kind of like, it has that feel. It feels like really valuable. And then this is a good example of using that doorway and kind of getting like a nice little slice of life impression here. So yeah, just using the doorway, kind of focusing on a fun detail here, getting a more prominent bokeh, using the mirror, kind of shooting into some of these more fun areas. Another thing you can do is you can kind of do this abstract shape photography where you kind of find like a nice, beautiful corner. And if you center it really well, you can kind of get this abstract slice of life sort of thing. This can be a nice lifestyle type photo. There can't be any floor on it though. It has to be just like a texture or a shape. And if you find like really beautiful scenes, just like this window here, you can kind of make that into a cool lifestyle photo, or it's just got to be really simple, really clean. Here's another fun example of that. You can see we've got some excellent bokeh on the front here, and we've kind of got some cool shape photography here. Nothing is really definite, like there's no real estate, there's no like specific thing that this is photographing. It's just like a vibe shot, and it's got a little bit of the view outside the apartment. This is a really cool lifestyle photo too. So you already took a photo of this area. This is an excellent thing to use for a lifestyle, using the faucet here. And you shot it coming this way towards me. You can also do the same thing sort of this way and kind of get like all of this extra stuff in the background. So just flipping that around would be a nice photo as well. A good one as well is using this wall and kind of shooting into the doorway, finding like a bokeh there. And then you had a nice one where you photographed this cactus shooting through here, like this guy. But you know, this is kind of just like a cactus, where if we kind of maybe pointed it towards the door, it'd feel a little richer and get like more of a bokeh out of something in here. So I guess the way I should close this out is we should just look through these lifestyle photos real quick. I'll show you all the good ones. This is a good one. Like this is great. And so we're just looking to have that like artistic feel. We like textures. We love seeing this backsplash. This is a really prominent bokeh, so this is a good way to handle that. Even something like this isn't terrible. Like I wish I had more of a bokeh, but it's a shape and it feels good and it's a pretty photo. You know, I would accept this. Here's like a tight closet, but it still works. Here's like a little slice of life. So it's more of a feeling. Like we'll show you all the little tips and tricks for like empty houses and stuff. But like if you just see something that's really beautiful, just like this is a great lifestyle photo. And it's like not conventional, but like it's really beautiful. So like these are the little slices of life where we're like, wow, that's pretty. Something like this even. Okay, just to recap, you had some good lifestyle photos. Like this is a strong one where you've got a strong bokeh and like a highly dynamic photo. This is like a good lifestyle, but then we had a couple of weak ones, and it was because we were lacking like a really strong bokeh. You know, it's just like kind of sharp and not prominent enough. And so these guys came out a little bit flat. And so what we would be looking for is just kind of refining what you're photographing, like the areas, and like kind of focusing on getting a bigger bokeh. And the way that I'm suggesting doing that is kind of looking for these key areas. There's always a good one in front of the house with the doorway, like here. You did a good job at getting this faucet. So that was a good one. You can also shoot into the kitchen. So there's like two there. The way I like to do it is I kind of walk around and find beautiful areas. So like in this bathroom, I'm just like really in love with like this little spot right here. So I'm finding like cool vibe shots and like little slices of life right here. There's always this good one. Utilizing mirrors is an amazing technique. The bathrooms are good because there's going to be a doorway here and a wall here that you can use with your 60 mil to kind of get that bokeh. And I think that's what I'm seeing here is that it looks like you're struggling with the 60 mil. I think if you had like a 200 millimeter or something, you'd be finding it way easier to get like a really prominent bokeh. So I think you're kind of just struggling with the 60 mil. This is kind of what we're looking for here. This is more of a lifestyle photo. And as long as it has that really luxurious feel, we're going to be happy with it. And I see you're trying, you're working it. I hope that helps you. Just like kind of follow your intuition, kind of follow your instincts, find something that's pretty and simple and like find a beautiful way to do that. More bokeh, the better, more dynamic, better. And we just want it to like not kind of feel flat like this guy. Okay, let me know if you need any more instruction on that. We can hop on a Zoom call and I can walk over all these steps and maybe like look at more examples. Everything up here looking great, just a little more dynamic and artistic looking lifestyle photos would be good. Okay, thank you for watching this. Please reply to that email letting us know you've reviewed it, and have a great week. Thank you.